welcome to my channel, Fat to Keto. My friends call me Jelly. I used the ketogenic journey to lose 212 pounds, got to 157-ish, I think, something like that. And because of all different reasons, since August, I have slowly climbed up the scale. So, right now, we are going to, on the 1st, I will do a weigh-in. I will do measurements, show you the hula hoop on me because we're going to be doing this hula hoop thing, at least I am. So this video, if you're new to my channel, is to discuss the new year, new you, new me, right? Fixing my mindset. My whole life changed this year. Went from living alone with my daughter to having a boyfriend and 3 kittens move in with me. Building, doing all kind of stuff I never could have done before keto, before my weight loss. I had too many health conditions. Too much was wrong with me. Couldn't even stand and cook my own food, or sometimes even make it to the bathroom by myself. And now I'm climbing ladders, building, bending on my knees, screwing stuff together, you name it, painting. I built this huge porch. You can go see the video from beginning of this month, I think, where I finally finished the porch. And we're building more stuff still. So it's time to get back into tracking because I went dirty, lazy keto, where I just grazed on keto type foods, but managed to eat too many pecans because I never ate pecans. Like, I could tell you how much protein is in a 3 ounce of chicken to a pound of hamburger meat. I can tell you the fats, the calories, everything you want to know, almost right off my hand. Don't have to track those things. But this girl was lazy. This girl had tons of just uncured deli meat that doesn't settle with me very well. Like, I still go up. Tons of Coke Zero, some salads from different restaurants that all had the bad sodium type hams and turkeys and different things like that in it. And for me, that's dirty and I gain weight. I also had tons of pecans, and I never had pecans on my diet to begin with, and didn't know how much fat and calories are in some stupid pecans. So when I thought I was under eating, I was overeating because of the pecans, people. That's in a couple of videos back explaining just why I probably gained all this weight. Okay, so on the 1st, I will be doing a weigh-in, do my measurements, do all that good stuff. We will talk about the protocol because Wendy hasn't put it out yet, because we are going to be following Loving It On Keto's channel, Wendy and Harry's protocol. I could not be lazy and make my own, but then it's boring because then it's just, you know, you, me, that's it. But doing Wendy's, it's Wendy and tons of other people, and I can communicate with her. She communicates. We can follow along and see on her channel, my channel. It's less lonely. There's more of us, right? And I know some of y'all would want to do hers. So let's make it easy and not make you decide, and we just do it all together. That's my theory here, because, you know, I love her protocols. And what will be the difference between mine? Well, mine will be, she follows the Dr. Eric Westman, usually on her protocols. So the In Your Carb Confusion, page 4, whatever you want to call it, from Adapt to Life, Dr. Eric Westman, there is a main food thing. So if you look online, you might end up with the very old page 4, which allowed you to have some berries and stuff. Not allowed. If you look and go to the new page 4, it doesn't have the berries, but it only allows you like 2 ounces of cheese and a few other things. You can have more cup of this and than you can the new version. So the brand new version that's been around for the last year, In Your Carb Confusion, if you ever want to buy a keto book, that is one I stand behind. I normally do not stand behind keto books at all, but there's no trash in his. It's plain simple, fun, explains it, breaks it down for everyday person, and there are different phases of the diet. So you can be keto, you can be a net more like, so keto is 20 total carbs, phase 1 on his. Phase 2 keto is 50 total carbs. It's when you are more healed, you don't have polycystic ovary syndrome, you don't have type 2 diabetes, you don't have all the issues, the thyroid issues, Hashimoto's, you don't have any of that. You or a healed person. And then there is phase 3, which is low carb and not keto. You get like 100 total carbs, and they have all the way through, explains everything. It is so simple. I read it so quickly. It's a nice little thick book. I think you can still get it on Amazon for like $20. I bought it when it first came out for $30, and it was totally worth it. I bought other keto books and been extremely disappointed and felt ripped off. So if you're looking for something, you can go get that. And his is pretty simple. 2 cups green leafy vegetables a day, protein until you're satisfied, or association, I can't say the word. Basically, don't overstuff yourself, but if you're still hungry, fill yourself up with the protein. He also says there's no study out there. He would love to see a true controlled study, whether it needs to be clean or dirty, because in North Carolina, a lot of people are poor and they do the McDonald's drive-thru a lot. Like, he explains this in his seminars. I've been to them. But for me, yes, I lost 180 pounds on Dirty Lazy Keto. I think it was 180 or 160. 120 the first year. I'm very Dirty Lazy Keto. Like, I was up there higher in my net carbs. But it's not the case anymore at all. I healed my body so much that my body is extremely sensitive. Like, I made it more sensitive. But when I do it properly, I'm a very healthy, fun, no yawning person. So that's why I want to get back to his phase 1. So she normally follows that too. Also, you get 4 ounces of cheese. You can have 2 tablespoons of fat. That is your heavy cream. That is your mayonnaise. That is any cooking oil. That is your butter. That is what on the Dr. Eric Westman's version is. You get that. You get 6 black olives. And you can have 1 cup of non-starchy vegetables, like your tomato, your bell pepper, your mushrooms, artichoke, cauliflower. I think they're all listed in this category. Broccoli. So if you're making a salad, what I always did, because I didn't really eat any of the other vegetables, I just did salads, I would take that 1 cup, I would chop me up some tomatoes, bell peppers, mushrooms, yes, I had a few strands of carrots because carrots doesn't seem to bother me, even though that's not really on the list. Tomatoes, mushrooms, cucumbers, all those things. And layer it to equal the 1 cup. And in the end, I know how many ounces each of those things are to equal the 1 cup, like 43 grams of tomato, 76 grams of cucumbers. Like, I have it all in my head. 100 and something grams of lettuce, because I made so many of those salads. I used mustard, a lot of mustard, when making my salad, and the 2 tablespoons to 1 tablespoon of the Duke mayonnaise. That is my choice, is Duke. And I do the light one because I don't want the extra calories and stuff and fat. I just like to keep it lighter. And that would be my salad dressing. So you can find this online probably for free in my Facebook group, somewhere down in the list. I might be pinned way down there. I don't know. It could be pinned at the top. I do have the updated version-ish of page 4, not the I don't think it's the In Your Carb Confusion one. Or it might be. I don't know. But if you want a good read, I would go get it. It's entertaining too. Like, he compares us to cars. We all start out in a different car and, you know, end up in different locations, and like, some of us had nothing wrong with us, some of us was really used and had a lot of things wrong with us, and how just because you start off in one place, you have a different journey, you're still going to make it to the end of the road as long as you stick to the plan. So my one will have exercise in it as well. 8,000 minimum. I really want to reach 10,000 or more steps a day. I need 30 minutes to an hour a day workout. We will be going Monday through Friday to the gym. I also have some equipment here at the house for the weight part. I prefer to use, like, when I go to the gym, I prefer to do like a class, or actually I want to do a class, but I feel too big to do a class and I don't want to embarrass myself, so I'm not doing classes yet. And this is just because I have anxiety about what people think about me, so it makes it hard. it made it hard to do videos last month because my anxiety got so much about what will people be thinking about me. So I want to do those in the future, but I go there and I do the elliptical because their elliptical is easier than mine. I do like the treadmill. There are some weight machines I do not have here that I use there. We might be doing the sauna, which I think would be great for my fibromyalgia right now. And the pool. I want to do the pool. Once my sleep is better, I want to go do the water aerobics, even though he teases me that's for old people. I don't care. I have fibromyalgia. I have some arthritis in my body in certain places and it hurts. So water aerobics would be great for me. That's like at 9:30 in the morning. So I really got to fix my sleep. We don't go to bed until like 3 or 5 in the morning. And I swear, this sleep thing, sleeping so late, I don't know if it's because I get munchies or because I'm not sleeping at the right hours, that helped me put weight on. When he wasn't here and I was in bed, sound asleep before 10, my weight flooded off me and I would wake up at 5 and 6 a.m. full of energy, no yawning, no nothing. Then he gets here and he's from Hawaii and he's used to different hours and it's just never worked on my schedule, and I moved over to his schedule and then my weight just... And I'm always sleepy and I'm always yawning and I feel exhausted. And of course, you know, the kittens don't help because of their sleep schedule. They go to sleep at 3 a.m. with us. So last night they got to play on the porch all night long and they were so thrilled. So thrilled. But that is the plan right now. Oh, and you'll see the hula hoop on the first's video. I think I might do all of that. I might film that video on Friday the 31st. Oh, are you okay, Willow? She fell. The 31st, so that it'll be posted on the 1st. And I'm going to show you the hula hoop I got, the special little clippy one, and every time you lose weight, you take a thingy off, because that's what we're going to use for measuring me then instead of clothes. It is very tight, you will see. I'll probably do my measurements, my weigh in and all that. Originally, I wasn't going to show that video until the end of the month and just do them together, but I'm just going to go ahead and show it and still do them together at the end of the month. And I'm going to do, and then next month, you know, in February, I'm just going to keep adding and adding until the 90 days up and we can see every 30 days what happened. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. I'm already very bitchy. Coming off the Coke Zero and just the little bit of carbs I did have, or the net carbs I had, and going back down to 20 total, I'm having severe withdrawals. Not going to lie. It is a real thing for some of us. So trying to remain calm and not kill anyone during this process. Usually takes me a week or so. I've been having some other issues that I hope it clears up. So like some skin issues. It's already starting to clear up really drastically 2 weeks ago. Lowering my net carbs started to change my skin again. But yeah, and if Wendy's protocol comes out before I put this video up, we'll talk about it in just a little bit. Alright, so I've been watching Wendy and Harry's newest video, It On Keto channel, with their protocol has been released on their videos, so go check out yesterday's video. It was today's, but it'll be yesterday for y'all. So we're going to go over it real fast, but they go over it way better than me. I'm just going to go over it really quickly. So remember, on the protein spare and modified fast days, it does not mean you need to make any of the breads, desserts, treats, foods, any of that. Okay, you don't need none of it, like zip, to do those days challenges. That is a yay thing to have in your arsenal. They are just, think of it like a toolbox. Here's your toolbox, here's your little arsenal going on over here inside your toolbox, and these are your weapons of choice. I guess not really a toolbox, but I'm afraid to say the G cabinet because I don't want people freak out. So we got all these tools over here in this little toolbox going on, and you can have the protein spare my 5 fast bread. Hell, you can eat the whole thing and still be in your macros in one day. You actually don't have to feel guilty about eating it all and binging on it because it's protein with barely any fat on the plain modified, it's very modified fast bread. Okay, now when we go and put keto chow in it, it does get some carbs in it. I've already done the macros for everyone. Every time I do a recipe, it has the macros, and most of mine, 90% of them, all have the same macros. I try to make it that way because it's so much easier. Also, when you see me doing keto chow, you don't have to do keto chow on any of the days. This is my weapon of choice and my favorite food now. I think I'm going to have keto chow pancakes in just a little bit because I'm starving. Watching the cats, they're on the screen and making sure they're not going to climb the screen because they'll put a hole in it because I'm on the front porch. All right, so on those days, go to Wendy and Harry's channel, It On Keto channel. In her description, they have a website. Go onto their website. They have a calculator where you find your body fat mass or body mass index. Hold on, they're being very naughty. If I knew how to edit, I could edit all that out and you would have never seen me have to go get my cat. Anyways, so here we go. You find out what your macros will be for those days. Mine is about, I think it says 700 and something calories, almost 800 calories. Everyone, this is what everyone's is, what I'm about to tell you. 10 total carbs, 30 fat grams. Okay, and I want you to meet the 30 fat grams. Not go over. If you go over 1 or 2 is fine, but I want you to meet it because if you don't eat enough of it, you can't get all the minerals and stuff. You need 30 fat grams to get all the minerals and vitamins out of the foods you are eating. Okay, so, and for your arteries. Literally, I know it sounds weird, but your blood vessel needs some fat to stay nice and flexible. If you take all the fat out of your body, you can actually have strokes and aneurysms and different things like that. That I know from family experience, sadly. So, as I was saying, you don't need any of this stuff, okay? What you can do, egg whites on those days, right? Egg whites, barely any fat. Let's pull some out. You can do the powder or the liquid. The liquid's way cheaper. So, if you have a Costco, Sam's, any bulk store, you get like a lot of these for $10. They last a long, long time. All right, so I do 4, 5, 6 ounces and it equals nothing, but it gives you a good amount of protein. The measurements here are crap on the box. It's just, I don't go by these measurements. I've already done the calculations in my macros for the measurements. So you can have this. You can use regular eggs and save the yellow for the next day, right? Just eat the white. You can have boneless, skinless chicken. You can have very low fat turkey. Turkey has a lot of fat. It's very hard for me to find a turkey that isn't too dry and stays in those macros. I'm not even gonna lie. But what I have found is sirloin, steaks, and beef, portioned out correctly to keep my calories down, and fat cut away and drained out. I can have on those days as well. But you have to measure because your calories will go too high faster than your carbs aren't going to raise from that, but your fats can raise a little, but not too much. Like, you have to measure your collagen. Collagen has fat. I don't do MCT all of those days because of the fat. Basically, I do a lot of egg whites. I still manage to get my bacon in because I've done the math to get at least 4 slices of bacon in with eggs. I can do 1 keto chow if I want to on those days. I prefer to do the savory ones on those days to keep the artificial sweeteners out. I still do my collagen. I just divide it more in coffees. I do black coffee, stuff like that as well. I'll try those ketone base again. Wendy, I still don't know how you're swallowing it. Do you have the caramel one? Like, I can't. Dino loves it. He's like, oh, I can drink this. I did a 1/4 serving and about this much black coffee. It was too hot, so I put ice in it. Trying to chug it like you would do nasty alcohol. No, couldn't do it. Still have not managed to get even any of it in my body. My body literally, almost threw it up. My taste buds hate it so much. I've tried everything to hide it, and I can't figure out how to do it yet. Will it get destroyed if I bake it? Because I was thinking, what if I baked it into some keto chow pancakes? Just because I don't want to use it so that it would help me lose weight. I am losing it so I don't have to take ibuprofen because it's supposed to help with migraines, because I woke up with a horrible migraine. So, would that work? If anyone's watching this, can you cook it? Probably not. Probably not. That would be too easy. All right, so remember, when I tell you these days are protein sparing modified fast days, you don't have to cook any of the yummy good stuff that you will see me cook, and you will definitely see Wendy cook almost every day because hers are amazing looking. I still haven't tried Wendy's flour yet. I'm thinking about making some because I got to make tons of this for the egg whites to go bad. I don't want them to go bad. So I'm thinking about making tons of loaves this weekend and turning them all into her flour, because you can freeze her flour. So that is my goal for this weekend. We'll see if I get it done, right? So remember, the only thing that matters those days is sticking where your calories are, which is probably below 30 fat. That's your number. No less than 28. Try to be no more than 34. Stay in that threshold. I prefer 30. That's what it's supposed to be. 10 total carbs or less, So that being explained better for people who didn't see yesterday's video, because I explained it yesterday or the day before in one of the videos, but a lot of people, they don't watch all the videos. So if you're watching this one, now you know, right? If you didn't. So here we go. Tomorrow starts the 1st. Every single Saturday, I know it's going to sound weird. She says it sounds weird. Kicking a weight loss challenge that off, and this challenge is called Kick Off Your Weight Loss in July Challenge, which we all know I have been calling it Kick Ass. Now, what did I call it? Hold on, now I've gone and forgot what I was calling it. Kicking your ass into the new year. So, because mine's going to have the physical part of mine is probably going to drive me crazy. So don't freak if my scale don't go down, because I keep telling myself that, because I might be overdoing it. But I've been having a lot of bone issues, muscle issues, my rotator cuff. So I'm trying to build some muscle and fix some stuff along the way of my journey, because I don't want to just get small and not be able to lift anything because I let my muscles go. Because I built some muscles building the porch. All right, so every single Saturday is refeed day. You just eat regular keto, your regular macros, and try to stay during this time. Though we do have a do's and don'ts list on her page, okay? So you can go check that out. Mine is pretty simple, which hers is basically the same. It's called Dr. Eric Westman's page 4 in your carb confusion. The newest version is in your carb confusion. It's completely different than the other ones. Tweets here or there. So that's your do's and don'ts list on all those days that, you know, are regular keto eating days. You want to eat your macros. You want to refill your body, because you're about to put your body through a massive amount of issues through the week, which we're going to explain that in a second. So really simple. We're trying to do it cleaner as possible, but if you can't, you can't, and that's fine. If you get away with dirty, that's fine. I'm not going to let down on you. You do it your way. You use your calories, your carbs. Really, regular eating keto day, if you're doing Dr. Eric Westman, is 20 total carbs or less. He also has it where you don't have to track macros, because you can just weigh stuff. That doesn't work for me. I prefer the track macros. So here we go. That is every Saturday, and that's the beginning. We just eat a normal keto day, which is, to me, not weird, because what if on New Year's Eve you had way too high carbs and you just want to do regular keto the next day instead, dive head first? Because we're diving. Because then so that's every Saturday, regular keto. Every Sunday is 18-hour fast or 6-hour eating window. Eat your regular macros. This one also says take a walk. So it's take a walk on those days, and it's take a walk on Saturday. I'm doing, okay, so you can go over there and read her body challenges. Mine is different. Mine is take a walk every day. Every day I have the walking, and then I'm going to be doing different body stuff. We're going to go look because Dino has made a little schedule on the wall, and we're going to go read what day is what. And then I'm going to have to remember it, right? At least I have it marked down. So Saturdays, once again, regular keto eating days with the do's and don'ts list, take a walk. Sunday, we're going to take a walk. We're going to take a walk every day if you can help it, if you're following my exercise one. And like I said, 6-hour eating window. So, protein sparing modified fast days. I'm just going to break it down like this. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Protein sparing modified fast days. So, I might be switching my Fridays and Saturdays around because I usually go Fridays with the family to Cracker Barrel and I have a salad. That is definitely not protein sparing modified fast day. That is a regular keto eating day. I am going tomorrow to Cracker Barrel and have a salad. The challenge hasn't started yet. So unless, which I seriously doubt it because they love the fish, that I could switch it another day. So unless that happens and the family agrees, which like I said, I don't think they will, I will be switching Friday and Saturdays. No big deal. Or maybe I start before and I do like they do. They start this, instead of them starting on the 1st, they really start it on the 31st usually. And then when you see their video on that day, well, that's what you should be eating that day. But my videos post so late at night that I never even pay attention to what, you're a day behind. You just see what I ate the day before. So I haven't decided if I'm doing that yet or not. But as of their list, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is protein sparing modified fast day. Tuesday is regular keto eating day. So Tuesdays and Saturdays are regular keto eating days. I don't know if y'all can see this. Then we have a carnival day, which is Thursday. Well, I'm down with no problem. And that is just basically no carbs, okay? No carbs on that day. There you go. Eat your meat. I'm not even going to track on those days. I'm just going to eat my meat and, my eggs. Probably no cheese because I want it a no carb day, and cheese gets carbs quickly. So that will be a no keto chow day for me. So yeah, no keto chow for me on Thursdays. I have to remember that. But there it is. And they covered it in today's video, which was yesterday for y'all. So go check out their video. And I will find out if I will be switching my Friday and Saturday, which I really don't want to. It's only four days, right? Only 4 days. 4 weeks. 4 days. And what I really want my dad to let me do is just go to Jason's Deli, get salads to go, and then I can eat mine on Saturday, and Friday just stick to the protein sparing modified fast day instead of us going out to eat. But he enjoys eating out, but it hinders me. It really, really does. It kills me smelling all that food. Walking into their house today after eating bad food during Christmas and smelling food, I was cranky. I didn't want to be in there because I'm trying not to eat anything yet. I'm trying to drain my body of everything I can because I don't want come day one to have the massive migraine I have today. Yes, it's a low pressure and it's a storm, but this migraine is because yesterday I was almost 198. Today I'm 193. I peed nonstop. I'm not peeing at all today, but I peed nonstop yesterday. So I know I have an electrolyte issue, so I'm going to drink some electrolytes. But that's why I already started. And then, because I was bad. So I've been doing 1 meal a day the last 2 days. This will be day 3 of 1 meal. Just trying to drain myself as much as I can of whatever fluid that I can get off before we go on this nice ride. So I hope y'all all joining us. If you're not, I completely understand. But if you're ready to kiss whatever you put on, or if you were really good during the holidays and you still have more to get off, then join the train, because I still don't know 100% why I gained so much weight. I know some of it, but the rest I'm assuming is the stress and adrenal gland issues, because stress is serious, like really bad. So I'm just gonna rock these 90 days. This is the first 30 and see what happens. But let's go outside real fast and I will show you my workout schedule. Like I said, walking is every day. So where you see it blank, it doesn't matter because I will still be walking. Sundays is rest, no lifting. This is a lifting schedule, by the way. Monday is arms, Wednesday is legs, Friday is chest, Saturday is backs. All 10 sets of 10 reps. This is going to kill me, but this is the schedule we are working with for the month of, actually, I'm going to see if I can get him to change it for the month and do, I know what he's doing every other day resting, but I really, unless we can do back at home and not the gym, I don't want to go to the gym on the weekend. It's crazy packed. So let me see. Okay, so Dina wants to have this tonight, so I'm going to have it too. I still might do some keto chow in a little bit. I'm really craving that. I don't actually want this, but this will give me a good amount of protein. Let's see what we got. So for 3 ounces, you have 0 carbs, 22 proteins, 3.5 fat. So technically, this could be used on a protein sparing modified fast day if you don't mind, if you're not doing like caring about the ingredients, because there is stuff in here. Let's see what is in here. Where is the ingredient list? Did I just pass it? Okay, so I mean, it's not a bad ingredient list. I just don't like using the word sugar, even if there's no carbs during the protein modified fast day. So I wouldn't personally use this just because my body's so sensitive. And I'm not sure what kind of salt they are using. And I don't like the canola oil in those days. I don't use canola oil at all if I can help it. Like, I don't cook with it. So, but for some of y'all, this would be a good option. It's fast, easy. I've had a lot of comments saying you don't want to cook, you don't want anything hard, especially on those days. So here you go. This one came from Costco. There are multiple things like this you can buy. I just would definitely stay away from maltodextrin and things like that on these days. At least for me, they really hinder my weight loss. And if you're going this low on fats and carbs, you don't want to hinder it in any way, because you'll be like, well, why did I just do that and nothing happened? Well, the cleaner you are, the more positive effect it will have on you. Right, this is what it looks like when it's cooked, and it is 4 o'clock. This is my first real meal of the day. Like I said, I pray we'll have keto chow, and I will show you. Alright, so I've decided to show you how I have redone my kitchen in case you haven't seen it so far. This is my keto chow cabinet. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but this is my arsenal of all my yummy, very, very healthy items is right here. So I'm about to show people who have never seen me make it how I make my keto chow pancakes. You can do this with any protein powder or even coconut flour. So when I used to do it with the coconut flour, I would just put a 1/4 cup of coconut flour in place of the keto chow. I always did the coconut one until I came across keto chow. Also, if you're a carb quick person, you can do it with a 1/4 cup of that as well. So all the other ones I would use a 1/4 cup of. Not an almond flour fan, but it's the same ratio. I've done it with all of them. Now I'm going to pick one of these, probably gingerbread, and we're going to make some keto chow pancakes. Okay, I still don't have my nutmeg that I wanted. I ordered nutmeg and they sent me ginger, which I already have ginger. So here we go. I'm going to show you how I make them. You can do it several different ways. But this is how I have been doing it lately. I used to use 4 to 5 whole eggs when making these, but I no longer do that. We're going to start, for some reason my cat ran like a crazy person. We are going to start with 5 ounces of liquid egg white. And then I just add more as I need it. You can add some heavy cream if you like that, and that's in your macros and it doesn't affect you. You can add water. Basically, I'm just adding it to liquefy it and give it a lot more protein. Let me get my little mixy thing. Okay. I'm going to raise y'all. There we go. And we'll just see in a second if I need to add more. Actually, I think this is a good amount. So some of them I really have to add more to, even though it's basically the same amount. Others I don't. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. Let me tear it out. I'm going to go for another ounce. Like I said, this is giving me more protein as well. That's why I just use this instead of heavy cream or anything. Heavy cream is going to give me fats, it's going to give me carbs, it's going to give me dairy that sometimes affects me. Liquid egg whites just gives me protein, right? It's not giving me any fat. It's not giving me anything that affects me. I'm going one more. So we are using 6 ounces of the egg white. It really smells gingery, but the egg white sometimes stills the flavor. If you watch Wendy, you'll hear her say that a lot because it's totally true. It really soaks up the flavor of the keto chow and the seasonings. So I'm just throwing some more ginger and more cinnamon. If you're new to my channel, you might argue cinnamon has carbs. Cinnamon has carbs, but I've never met anyone that cinnamon did not lower their blood sugar and actually bother them. Never seen it. Keto chow already has sodium in it, so we are not adding any salt. I'm going to go over there and heat up my little small frying pan with a little Kerrygold butter and fry these up, and I'll show you why they're cooking. Okay, it's going to make about 2 or 3 pin on the sides you want to use. I use a very small frying pan. It doesn't make a whole lot, but because it is keto chow, it really does fill me up. Like I said, I've used Carb Quick, I've used almond flour, coconut flour, the whole 9 yards. I still use a good amount of eggs. I'll tell you that you can go watch 2 years ago videos where I ate the one with the coconut flour every day. It's about a 1/4 cup of coconut flour and about 3 to 4 eggs. It's more eggy though. This does not taste eggy, but the one with the almond flour and coconut to me tasted yeggy because it had so many carbs. I didn't want to use a lot of it. Trying to flip one-handed, it's really hard just now. But yeah, let's get this down in here. But yeah, it flips easier than that usually, but you know, I'm filming and holding. I'll show you my plate when I'm done, and yes, it's 8 o'clock at night, but I'm starving. That turkey was not enough for me, and I'm fighting a major migraine, so I'm hoping the ingredients in the keto chow will really help the migraine, because I don't want to take the ibuprofen, because it's going to stall me again. Alright, it's a little dark in here, so bear with me. So it is a little dark because all the cinnamon and stuff I added. It's ugly. I normally can make them pretty, but the cats decided they wanted to help mommy cook, and I had to save them and burn myself in the process. And I put 1/2 tablespoon of Kerrygold butter, and I'm really hungry, and I know it's going to taste amazing. So this is just a trick I do so I can still have my pancakes. Also, I forgot to tell you, I used half a serving of this because I can't really get it to come out, and I'm almost completely out of it. I won't be using this on my protein sparing modified fast days or carnivore days, of course, but on my regular keto eating days, I might be using some of this. I don't even use a tablespoon on the whole thing.